Thank you so much for that perspective, and it's something that we'll be watching for sure. I want to make sure that Ms. Atim has had her chance to weigh in with her comments. I know she asked a question earlier, but I want to make sure that she has the ability to give her presentation. So, Ms. Atim, do you want to take the floor?
Very important observations so far. And like you said, I just have some reflection. I do believe that somehow we overrate ourselves, particularly some of our leaders, those in government. I've argued in many spaces, that the problem at the moment is some levels of lack of understanding of the age that we are in. If you look at the history of society, the history of the world in general, it has never been static. It's always been a movement, one invention is, the invention we have now is the revolution in communications technologies. It has its own downside, of course, online media, offline media, and of course, the liberation it has brought about, we cannot deny the fact of closet nymphomaniacs, closet psychopaths who do damages online. But at the same time, it's also a time for us to think about, within West African sub-region and particularly Nigeria, like I've advocated severally, to think about media literacy. We'll see this happening in other species. Media literacy is very important in our environment where we have a preponderance of illiterate people. Our people are less educated, and because of that, they tend to thrive on rumor. They tend to thrive on salacious information, that has a major space in online media. But even so, we need not forget that, like Joseph importantly pointed out, trying to demarcate between these kinds of media spaces. Yes, the spaces might be differentiated, but what unifies them is that, information is either written, or spoken. And whether it's written or spoken, there are some extant laws that are still applicable for redress. Rather than resort to knee-jerk episodic measures, to suppress or repress the press, of course, you can resort to the courts of law, for them to take this route. They just believe that they can resort to some other extrajudicial means, to inflict pain, on the purveyors of bills that seem to be, that does not please them, so to say. And of course, these laws are there, but to what extent are they activated? Or of course, it's very limited extent. And of course, I will raise a very important question within that reminds me of this space, operates in a very difficult political economy, poor salary, poor working environment, and this makes them susceptible to temptation, temptation that eventually detract them, from pursuing or from subscribing, to the ethics of the profession. So sometimes they deviate. We understand this, but it's not an excuse for, for remaining very professional, remaining very ethical, because, out of the maze of unprofessional conduct, out of the maze of temptation, or out of the many tempting offers that come, we have also seen some outstanding professionals. Yeah, it's very unfortunate that we exist in that kind of environment, and overall, it's probably a reminder of what we also need to consider. Yeah, why the lawyers are thinking about the black letter laws, why they are thinking about the technicalities, we also have to be reminded of the environment in which we operate. And yeah, finally, on that note, I also believe they get back to Joseph as well. Them really is the fact of interaction. They are all interactive. There's an increase in social interaction, and that's why they are essentially social. But beneath their social context is the fact that they are either written or spoken. And along with that, our laws, our regulations, can seek redress, rather than resort, to oppressive extrajudicial measures, like some of our men and women of influence tend to do. Thank you, and back to you.